I get really mad when my cell phone battery dies. My therapist suggests I find an outlet. Hey kids, Adam here. Welcome to episode 5 in the bass walkthrough. As of this recording, this will be the last in the series. I'll leave a playlist to all the videos in the series up here just because I don't have any more basses. I mean, there's ways to fix that, but at least for now, I've kind of promised my wife I wouldn't go overboard and go crazy. Although I'm kind of looking at this Music Man. It's another topic. So anyway, talking last about the P-Bass. Really didn't have any plans for anything else. But in the world of social media and advertising, they really know how to target ads well. And I'm scrolling through Sweetwater one day, and my eyes just like it, as I see this bass. In fact, let's pull it out here. And I did an unboxing video on this one, and I will post that up here as well. This is a 2020 Lakeland Skyline 44-64 GZ bass in translucent purple. Check out that finish. Look at the back of it. Try not to get the reflections. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. And it flew past my timeline, and I'm like, wow. And I really didn't have, purple's not my favorite color. At least it never was. I was always the, blue. But I do like red and black, but that's another story. But this, and actually a side note, there was a special order of Aguilar SL112, actually the SL series cabinets. And there were 112 made. I'll put a picture somewhere over here of the 2 purple cabinets that I bought earlier in 2020. And once I saw this, I'm like, wow, that would really go well with the cabinets. And even though it's not the same color purple, it's purple and it's cool looking. And GZ is Geezer Butler. And why else? I grew up on Sabbath. It's such a cool looking bass, so I had to get it. And if you look here, there's some cool pearl inlays on the fingerboard. It is a PJ style bass, which means there's one precision pickup and one jazz pickup. I'll get into the sounds a little bit later. Black pick guard, 3 knobs, 1 for each pickup and 1 for tone. The bridge on here is like super beefy. It is a passive bass. There's no battery, and it has a super smooth matte neck, which I really love. It's, I believe, a bit smaller than my basses. The string spacing is closer together. It's super fast, super easy to play. And unlike my in the unboxing video, I said it was light. This is actually the heaviest bass I own now. I did a real quick unscientific comparison between the P-Bass and this bass by holding them one in each hand, and this is actually the heaviest bass I own, which is kind of crazy. Let's plug it in and I'll play you some sounds. So one of the first things I noticed when I plugged it in is when you have the pickup volume on both pickups, it's not as punchy and loud and aggressive as I thought it would be. And most of my basses have a pickup selector where it's a knob where you can go between the two. The jazz bass, the Highway 1, is the only one that I have that has separate volume controls for each pickup. And that's kind of the way it was. And I remember hearing about the series issues and buzzing issues of the old jazz bass and things like that. None of mine have any of that issue, but if you notice here, that was both pickups on. Let me do just the neck pickup. And then just the bridge pickup. So the tone I like the most on this is the neck pickup forward a little bit. And what I mean is that's all the way on, and I back off of the bridge pickup. Listen how much more aggressive it gets as I back off on the bridge pickup here. You just, and it's only maybe a quarter down right now. You just hear it open up. So that's really how I like to play it. One of the first things I wanted to do actually, again, and as I mentioned this in the last video, was re-record the parts to Strange. And I'll put a card up there for that from my band. And with this bass, I think it would sound pretty interesting. It has that great like the P bass sound with some aggression from the bridge pickup, so that adds a little bit of extra bite, extra definition, extra clarity. Another song I think it would be great on is the song Yoka Coca by the New Master Sounds. And of course, how can you have a bass named after Geezer Butler without playing a Black Sabbath song? Here's NIB. Then I thought I would have a little bit of fun. I cranked up the distortion, cranked up the compression, kind of did like a Billy Sheehan thing, and turned the neck pickup all the way on. Here is a clip from Merciless from the first Mr. Big album titled Mr. Big back in 1989. So yeah, this bass, it kind of has the best of both worlds. You know, it can do that, and I keep going back to this for jazz bass. I gotta learn another Jocko song, other than Teen Town, which is just, you know, like the chicken. You can slap on it. I don't think there's really anything that I cannot play on this bass. It would work for like even like the double thump stuff that I'm doing, like Get Up. It would work on something like Cash, maybe dialing a little bit more of the bridge pickup. It would, I mean, it would work really well for just about anything. I'm not finding any application that I can't use on this bass. The fact that it's passive means I don't have to screw around with a battery. The fact that it's purple means it looks just really cool. It has both pickups. I can play, you know, funk stuff. I can play the more slap, kind of the Marcus Miller sound. I can really get anything, you know, throw some distortion on it. You heard NIB, you know, a little bit ago. Really, really, really digging this bass. Super fast neck, like I mentioned. The frets are like perfect. I don't feel any like jutting out at me as I move my fingers up and down the fingerboard. I guess my only, if I had to come up with one complaint, other than the weight, you know, with my back and neck as I get, you know, to be an old dad man, really isn't even a problem though. I have this nice wide strap. But the only issue I would have is these tuners are really close together. And it's almost like, and I don't want to put these out of tune, but I will. It's almost like if you have two of them, they're super, look how super close together those are. You can't, you know, barely fit a sheet of paper between those two. And so you got to watch it when you're tuning. And now I can't play anything anymore because my bass is completely out of tune and I have to go back and tune it. But I played enough. I've talked enough. Check out one of these. If you get a chance to play one of these are incredible. I got mine in Sweetwater. I've also seen them on Bass Central. They're an actual stock bass from Lakeland that ships to all the major retailers around the world. So if you want to see more bass videos, I can't do any more new bass videos, but if you want to see more bass videos, leave me a comment down below. Have you played a Lakeland? You know, Lakeland's been around for decades. Have you played one? Do you own one? What do you think of them? Do you like this one? Do you like purple? Do you hate purple? Do you like black? Actually, Geezer Butler's bass himself is this model, but it's in black, and it looks pretty slick too. But anyways, leave me a comment. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, hit the little bell thing so I can annoy you when I upload videos. And until next time, have yourself an amazing week. Why am I even talking about this? And now I can't play you anything more because I tuned my complete bass completely out of tune.